Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that is now Fed ready to cut the rates. Why I'm saying it in today's video? Because actually by today, the majority of the data is out, what the Fed needs to accumulate to make a decision. And let's talk about these data for sure. Also, let's look at a couple of things which can predict that we're going to see probably a nice breakout. First of all, look at the Bollinger bands because they're getting extremely tight on the monthly. And also we have a bullish cross on the MACD. So a couple of things which showing a nice possibility for a breakout. Then we have 8 weeks high inflow into Bitcoin spot ETFs. Yesterday, a very big amount went into them. And finally, let's talk about this unfortunate situation that Charlie Kirk was shot and he went. And after, Donald Trump assassination try. This is another one, but unfortunately this was successful. So this continues in the United States, this kind of danger. And guys, don't forget, every single day I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. Well, as always, let's look at the prices where we can see that Bitcoin is actually up, down 0.1%. It's actually not a major, it was up just a couple of minutes ago. So it is right now at 113,999 US dollar. Ethereum about a little bit less than 1% down, 4,402 US dollar. The top gainer Mantle about 7-8% up, Sky 4%, the trezor 2-3%. Do we have losers? Yeah, 4 is down 18%, WorldCoin 11%, then ENA 8%. So no major dumps, to be honest with you. And when we're looking at the Bitcoin candlestick chart, we can see this one here. This is the daily. So actually we started to go up again, but let's move on to the weekly. I like that better for long terms. So yeah, as you can see it here, we for 2 weeks now in a row, which is going up. It would be very nice to break above this trend line again, which was the neck and line for this previous head and shoulder pattern, and inverse head and shoulders, of course. So yeah, Bitcoin overall holding itself pretty well. On the other hand, we see Bitcoin dominance is dropping, and that means altcoins getting into the situation, getting momentum sooner or later, or could get, put it this way, to break out of this triangle. This could be a very interesting one if it's really happening. So maybe altcoin season is cooking now, and it could happen in Q4. But yeah, it's too early to say anything, but things don't look too bad, especially when we looking at datas, which the Fed is thinking about to cut the rates, because today the CPI data is out. So now we know everything. The jobless claims are out today. And yeah, now they have the data to make the decision. So today we had the CPI data coming out, which turned out to be 2.9, and weekly jobless claims jump. So let's look at these data. So first of all, the forecast said 2.9, and it turned out to be 2.9. In this part, it's good because this is what we expected going to happen. But if you're looking at what happened a month before, so the July data, which came out in August, that was actually less. So when we're looking at the big picture, we can see that inflation, by the way, it is increasing, which is not a good one. And there we have the core CPI, it is 3.1 was the forecast. Again, the same, it turned out to be 3.1. Actually, that was the previous one as well, so that at least didn't increase. Then we're looking at jobless claims. Then the one which came out today, the weekly one, it's again worse than expected. 235,000, was the forecast, and 263,000 turned out to be the actual ones. So this is not good, and actually even the week before, it was also higher than the forecast said. And and the PPI, by the way, which came out yesterday, so that's yesterday's news, and I talked about it in yesterday's video, it's much better than expected. So overall now we have the picture, all the data, what the Fed needs to make a decision next week on the 17th of September. And after all these, the present situation, 88% goes for the 25 basis points rate cut, and more than 11% goes for a 50 basis points. So almost, we can say it's for sure, for 100%, that they going to cut rates. And this is right now what the market is now pricing in. So this, things can change, but many things by the Fed depends on the data, and these were the data which they need, and it's still the situation. Right, okay, now let's talk about a couple of things which could show that a breakout is coming. So first of all, we have here the Bollinger Bands, as you can see it on the Bitcoin monthly chart, and they are extremely, tight now, tighter than ever, as you can see it here pretty well. And it points out, it's here. So usually after that, it's a breakout is coming, and it easily can happen to the upside. The other one is here, the MACD, on the Bitcoin daily chart. And also this, if the bullish crossover is happening, usually prices go up, and this golden cross, not crossover, golden cross happening. And this has just happened, a couple of days ago. So that started to look, bullish as well. So a lot of signs, and obviously people waiting for the Q4 breakout. So we should watch definitely what's going to happen and act accordingly. Nothing is for granted, guys. Remember this. But so far, put it this way, so good. But we're going to see what it will be. And also now, again, big money started to inflow into Bitcoin spot ETFs. So as you can see it here, Bitcoin price is around 114,000, now a bit less. And the ETF inflow hit 8-week highs. Here you can see it, that yesterday it was 741.5 million US dollar, which went into Bitcoin on the 10th of September when it comes to Bitcoin spot ETF. And actually, interestingly, the biggest one was accumulated by Fidelity and not BlackRock. And the day before it was 23 million. That's not a big number at all. 364, it's a pretty good one as well. So now it looks like the inflows started to happening again. And now let's talk about this unfortunate situation that Charlie Kirk was killed. Well, another violence, unfortunate movement happening in the United States, and this time, it was Charlie Kirk who was killed. He was shot, and it went, we do remember what happened, to Donald Trump. He survived, but it was extremely close. And now another person, one of his teammates, who actually went, all around the country talking about Trump, answering all the questions people ask. And he was really supporting Trump. And yeah, somebody shot him. We don't know so far who. But this is just a very bad way what's happening in the United States. So actually this kind of violence is happening. It's not a way how it's supposed to be solved. So it's an unfortunate situation. He was also a pro-Bitcoin person. So this is another loss for pro-Bitcoin politicians, if you're looking at it this way. But most importantly, he was a human being, and this is not how it's supposed to be honest with you. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply just subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.